Many people claim that Taiwan is already an independent sovereign state. However, in the current era, its name is Republic of China. Today, more and more people feel that Taiwan should just be called Taiwan. Hence, they want to change the name of Republic of China directly to Taiwan. In this way, they feel that Taiwan can immediately become recognized as a sovereign nation.
But is the Republic of China on Taiwan really an independent sovereign nation? What elements of proof can be given? According to the Montevideo Convention of 1934, 4 criteria are most relevant.
Does Taiwan meet these criteria? In order to do comprehensive analysis on this topic, we have collected video reports from the Taiwan Reality Channel. Some are from the Common Mistakes series, and some are from the Taiwan Historical News series. Let's look at the first video report.
In any event, in regard to the Republic of China on Taiwan, a superficial review usually produces a positive reading in regard to the sovereignty question. However, a more thorough investigation quickly reveals that the qualifying criteria has actually been obtained using illegal methods or illegal procedures. For more information and analysis, you are best advised to keep watching as we continue our series, Commonly Seen Mistakes when discussing the legal status of Taiwan.
Commonly Seen Mistakes, Part 3.
The ROC on Taiwan, under any definition, meets the criteria to be a sovereign state.
As stated previously, the Japanese surrender ceremonies in Taiwan only marked the beginning of the military occupation. Under international law, and specifically according to the Hague and Geneva Conventions, there are many types of actions which are illegal in occupied territory. Among these are
announced annexation of the territory, mass naturalization of the local populace, enforcement of military conscription policies over the local populace, promulgation of a new legal structure.
A quick examination of the Republic of China's supposed qualifying criteria for recognition as a sovereign state quickly shows that they are based on major violations of international law, such as the announcement of Taiwan Retrocession Day on October 25, 1945, the mass naturalization of the local populace on January 12, 1946, etc. Many foreign government officials often make statements to the effect that neither Taiwan nor the Republic of China on Taiwan are sovereign. At the most basic level, such statements are 100% true. What is unfortunate is that for the most part, these foreign government officials do not explain the reasons for their conclusions, thus leaving the native Taiwanese people both angry and confused.
This first report does not agree that the Republic of China on Taiwan is a sovereign, independent nation. Beginning October 25, 1945, the status of the Republic of China on Taiwan is that of proxy occupying forces.
Let's look at a second report.
Now let us turn to the Republic of China's supposed qualifying criteria for statehood under international law.
the Republic of China, and the Montevideo Convention.
Many researchers claim that the ROC on Taiwan meets the 4 Montevideo Convention criteria for statehood. They completely ignore the facts that 1. The mass naturalization of native Taiwanese persons as ROC citizens in January 1946 is illegal under the laws of war. 2. There are no international treaty references which can lead any credibility to the assertion that the ROC has the title to Taiwan territory. And 3. As of late 1949, the ROC has already become a government in exile. Significantly, there is no doctrine under international law whereby certain actions taken by a government in exile can cause it to become the internationally recognized legal government of its current locality. By definition, a government in exile is spoken of in terms of its native country. Hence, it must return to its native country to regain power there in order to obtain legitimacy as the legal government of that geographic area. In other words, in order for the ROC to obtain legitimacy in the international community, it would have to return to Nanjing, China, and resume governance there.
The second report concludes that as of December 10th, 1949, the Republic of China has acquired a second status in Taiwan, and that is a government in exile. As a government in exile, the Republic of China can never gain international legitimacy as the legal government of Taiwan. But some may ask, what about popular sovereignty? Can't the Taiwan people use this international law principle to claim sovereignty over Taiwan territory, even when continuing to use the nomenclature Republic of China?
Here's a third report.
With no final disposition of Taiwan in the peace treaty, sovereignty is held by the local Taiwanese people.
An examination of the subject of territorial cession under international law shows that it is an action between governments. Examples of this in United States history are very representative. There was Louisiana in 1803, Florida in 1821, California in 1848, Alaska in 1867, Guam in 1899, Puerto Rico in 1899, Virgin Islands in 1917, etc. After examining these historical events, we are forced to reach the conclusion that territorial sovereignty is held by a government. It is not held by any amalgamous group of people. In direct contrast to this, there is a concept of popular sovereignty, which is found in constitutional law studies. This is a very different concept from territorial sovereignty. It is often heard that the Taiwanese people enjoy popular sovereignty.
In practice, this just means that under the authority of the illegitimate ROC Constitution, they are being given the right to vote and to elect their quote-unquote representatives to various levels of local councils, to the legislature, presidency, etc.
Looking at the treaty specifications for Cuba after the Spanish-American War and Taiwan after World War II in the Pacific, both are territory conquered by the USA, which have not reached a final political status. In other words, they have been left in political limbo under the jurisdiction of the United States military government. However, as in the situation of Cuba, the United States executive branch officials should be nurturing local groups in Taiwan to come together to form their own civil government. This is the established precedent for dealing with conquered territory. This precedent was followed in Iraq as well.
Finally, some people point to the international law principle of prescription to affirm Taiwan's sovereign position. Legally speaking, does this make sense? Let's look at a fourth report.
In Taiwan, the ROC has been exercising control for over 70 years. However, it cannot invoke the international law doctrine of prescription in an attempt to claim the ownership of Taiwan territory. This is because international law states that military occupation does not transfer sovereignty.
After viewing these 4 video reports, our conclusion must be that the Republic of China on Taiwan is not a sovereign nation. We can summarize our findings as follows.
Although the surrender ceremonies on October 25, 1945 were held on behalf of the Allies, the ensuing military occupation is being held on behalf of the conqueror, which is the legal occupier. During the World War II period, over 98% of military attacks against Taiwan were conducted by U.S. military forces. So the United States of America is the conqueror of Taiwan and therefore has full responsibility for the military occupation of Taiwan, including all necessary reconstruction projects. Beginning October 25, 1945, the Republic of China military forces under Chiang Kai-shek are serving in the role of proxy occupying forces. This is their first legal status in Taiwan. In Taiwan, the Japanese surrender ceremonies marked the end of hostilities and the military occupation began. Japan's territorial sovereignty over Taiwan continued until renounced in the post-war peace treaty, which came into force on April 28, 1952. So, by moving their central government to occupied Taiwan in early December 1949, the Republic of China has moved outside of China's national territory and immediately acquired the additional status of government in exile. Taiwan was not awarded to China in the post-war peace treaties and remains in a legal condition of military occupation. The United States of America remains as the principal occupying power. The Republic of China in Taiwan retains its 2 legal statuses mentioned above, which are 1. Proxy occupying forces, and 2. Government in exile. There has been no change in these statuses to date. At the most basic level, Taiwan territory remains as an overseas territory under the jurisdiction of a U.S. federal agency, the United States Military Government, USMG. As explained above, neither Taiwan nor the Republic of China meet the international legal criteria to be considered as sovereign and independent.